Hi, my name's Jessica. I wanted to talk to you today about how my culture affected my educational journey. So first off, I am a part of Southern culture. That's where my parents were raised, and that's where I would have been raised if my parents hadn't decided to move to Florida at the last minute. They were both from Alabama, right outside of Birmingham, and they decided to move down here to help my dad get a job. And as such, they raised me as they would have in Alabama. Note here that my experience is not universal. Just because I found Southern culture to emphasize certain things doesn't mean that all the other Southern cultures, or even the same culture, will emphasize the same things. This is just Southern culture as I've seen it within my family and my journey. So within Southern culture, I'm going to discuss the hierarchy system, timeliness, and task focus in relation to my education. So first and foremost, Southern culture definitely has a hierarchy. You can even see it within the nuclear family. There is a patriarch, or the man of the house. He's always at the top. Under him are elders, so anyone who's older than you, your aunts, uncles, grandparents, anything like that, and your mom. They are superior to you, but definitely not as high-ranking as your dad, but you do still treat them with respect. Then there's you and your cousins, and then way below you are the animals and anyone who's younger than you. So now, even within this hierarchy, there are rankings and certain things you have to do to respect others. For example, I would not be caught dead calling someone who's older than myself anything other than ma'am or sir. That's just how I was raised to call them. Now, this hierarchy has to do with your family, your social status, your wealth, and especially your job. Even your education can have a big emphasis on that. So as such, I was pushed to get a good degree. College was not an option. It was a requirement for me when I grew up. So I chose a job that seemed interesting, veterinary medicine, and I realized it would have a good salary, and my parents approved, and they said, all right, cool, that's what you're doing. Now, Southern culture is also what's called monochronic. Monochronic means that there's a lot of emphasis on time as the guiding factor for your life. You're going to be on time, if not early. A common saying in Southern culture is if you're not early, you're late, which is how I was raised to do. So I always get early to class because I don't want to be late, and I turn in assignments very early. Even if I'm turning in an assignment late, you can definitely see it in how anxious I am because that's not how we're supposed to do things. We're supposed to turn things in early. Now, another thing that we're supposed to do in Southern culture is stay focused on the task at hand. So for me, that was school. With school, I was encouraged to spend time away from my friends specifically to focus on school. If I had a test due the next day, there was no going out with friends, there was no going to soccer practice. You're going to stay here and you're going to study all night. As a result of that, I'm a perfectionist and I still keep some of those habits, admittedly. When I should be going and relaxing, I tend to find myself staying in and studying, even when I'm not really supposed to. Anyway, so those are 3 aspects of Southern culture that have shaped my educational journey: the hierarchy, the timeliness focus, and the task focus. Now, bear in mind, Southern culture is not perfect by any means, but it definitely shaped me as a person. Thank you for listening.